What's up, ladies and non-ladies? Today we're going to be doing some Guild Wars with Katarina and focusing on consistency by removing her usual RNG element. So we're going to start off using her against some Orion teams because that is one of my favorite comps to use her against. You're going to want to make sure you have a set of shield runes on this team. Ideally you would have a few sets of shield runes. Whew, that recon hits hard. To protect both your squishy Katarina and your squishy Kali. I think the ideal setup, and I'll show you my runes at the end, and they are garbage, but I think the ideal setup would probably be Rage Will on Kali, Rage Will on Katarina, and Shield Will on Queef's Enough. Now the overall theory on this team is that you kill one thing with Kali, so that Katarina only has 2 targets to choose from, and worst case scenario, Kali will kill one first turn, and Katarina will kill one first turn, leaving you in a 3v1 that's very, very easy to win. Best case scenario, Kali kills one first turn, and then Katarina knocks out the other 2. But even when she doesn't, it's usually a pretty straight win. With the shield runes on your team, you have very good protection from a first turn Orion strip stun, and after your opener when it's 3v1, you pretty much are in a guaranteed win. Worst case scenario, you lose Kali or you lose Katarina. And that does happen relatively often. Probably 30% of the time I lose one of them, and it's almost always the Kali because my Kali is squishy. Kali's squishy by herself, but mine has like 0 stats. I don't even have enough damage on her, so I can't really afford to get her tankier. I really just need better runes, but I don't have them. I only have one complete rage set, and that's on my slow Lucian. All my other DPS monsters are just hobbled together sets. So now this one right here should be another pretty straightforward thing. We're going to tank all that Sierra Bombs with my Enough will runes. We're going to kill this Velojul with the Katarina, and then we're going to clean up afterwards. That armor break is probably a death sentence on my Kali, but we'll worry about that later. We should be able to get this win quite easy. Thank you for hitting that Sierra for 90k. So that's about the worst case scenario you could get, is a 3v1 versus a full health Orion. We're going to win this, but we're almost guaranteed going to take some losses here. Let's see if we can do some damage. Nice. So a nice healthy dent. Jesus Christ, Orion, slow the fuck down. Oh my god, 4. Okay, I fucking hate Orion so much. So we'll put that up. Hopefully that keeps us alive for another turn, and we should be able to waste this thing if we ever get a turn with our Katarina sometimes this universe. Alright. Give me. Okay, cool. It's going to be annoyed if they stun my Katarina there. So snake that one. Didn't lose the Kali. I actually thought we were going to lose the Kali. But at the end of the day, sometimes we got to be okay with that in these Katarina teams. Very, very safe wins. Sometimes you can only use them 1 or 2 times in a guild war, either because the comps won't let you use them, or because someone dies and then it doesn't work anymore. Now, as far as comps, I use this thing against almost anything except a double fire enemy team or a legit stripper team. You don't want to use this team against like a Praha, because she can just strip your whole team. I have no problem using this team against Orion. I do it constantly. That's specifically why we started out like that, because this is a really, really strong Orion counter. Again, Katarina. So we're going to hit this Hathor for 90k, and this is actually going to be relatively painful as well, because Chow's going to do that. So I don't see the Chow killing the Queef's Enough very quick. I think we're going to pretty much just tank this thing for 4 turns and then kill the Chow with my Katarina's next nuke. Note that my Katarina does not have skill ups. I am super, super stingy with my Devilmon, so I've got to wait 1 extra turn than most of you guys are going to have to. On that note, we're going to go over my runes at the end, and a lot of you are probably hitting much harder with these 2 monsters as well, or at least could be. A few of my guildies have 40k Katarinas, mine's doing 30k. I would love to get my Kali up to about 45, so I can avoid one of the issues that I'm about to show you in a different team that I'm getting, because my Kali only hits for 40k, air quotes. So I walked into this one assuming that my Kali would kill this light dragon. She doesn't, But it's not the end of the world. We will use the skill 2 on this light dragon, finish it off, and then refresh the invincibility on my Katarina, and we'll clean this thing up next turn. It looks like we might be losing the Kali here, but it should still be a relatively easy win. I feel like we can 2v1 either of these monsters, and Katarina's going to kill at least one of them right now. And maybe both? Oh, not quite. Got 1 hit point left on that unicorn. Not going to be a problem. Really surprised we squeaked out of there with the Kali intact, but that last hit point really did it for us. Now this is another one that can cause issues for my particular Kali, just because she does not hit hard enough. The Jultan is definitely my clear target, as the other two are water, and there's a relatively high chance that a Jultan with a Water Panda lead will survive the frontal assault here, so we'll see. Oh shit. And my Kali is super low. So if the Kali does not kill the Jultan, Kali might die just from the thorns damage here. Like that. So, still okay. We're going to pick up the Jultan here with Katarina's skill 2. That'll refresh my invincibility. And then we will take out these guys next turn. So he's going to hit me with that. We're going to go blah blah blah. And then hopefully we will kill at least the Water Panda. I feel like I can tank the aerial for a while. And we get a full clear. So, best case scenario, at least coming out of the worst case scenario there. But that's something you wouldn't have to deal with if your Kali's properly runed. Speaking of runes, I'm going to go ahead and show you all the runes that we're using on these guys so you can get kind of a baseline, see what you can come up with instead. Realistically, like I said, I think both Kali and Katarina should be on Rage Will, and then you want your Queefs Enough probably on Double Shield Will. I purposely have my Queefs Enough relatively slow. I can't make the 3 people fast enough to go against the true stripper, like a Praha. So I want my Katarina and my Queefs Enough as close as possible in speed to lower the chance that an Artemil or an Eladrill or a Velojule is going to strip the invincibility buff or the attack buff off someone in between my 3 monsters. Semi off topic, I wanted to share something funny that happened with you guys the other day. I have an app on my phone that pops up the notifications I get from my YouTube channel when everyone leaves a comment. So the other day I wake up and this is on my screen and I'm looking at it and I'm like, what the hell is he talking about? I realized he did not type that last quote to make it look like 10 inches. That's my phone just kind of adding quotes for the comment. He was talking about a 100% clear team that we both have, but I fucking love that notification. Best crop by Apple ever. Alright guys, that's about it for today. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. I spent a solid 15 hours or so tinkering with the video editing on this guy, and it's still baby steps, but hopefully it's showing in the results, because I'm having a lot of fun digging deeper into the video editing portion of this. As always, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed yourself, please hit that like and subscribe button. And if you really enjoyed yourself, don't be afraid to check out that Patreon link. Alright guys, I'm going to get out of here. You guys have yourself a good week, and I will see you in a few days.